Supreme TNF is back. The one thing I like the most about Supreme TNF collabs is they're just so practical.
Huh?
I mean, every single one is usable as an outdoor piece.
Huh?
And they're always so affordable.
Huh?
I can't wait to see what they have in store for us this week. Welcome back, friends, to another edition of Fauntleroy's Finest, and today we're going to talk about Supreme's Week 15.
I knew about it. I just didn't care.
The good news is we have Supreme TNF releasing this week. The bad news is they're giving us $1,000 suede jackets.
All around me are familiar faces.
But there are some cool, affordable pieces for us poor people, like the tartan flannel hooded shirt that your boy over here has been rocking for quite some time. And we're getting the 4D model human skull, complete with grill. First off, I want to make sure that you guys can get all the same info that I do on everything sneakers and streetwear related, and I get all that info from the Fauntleroy's Finest Discord. We have drop times, shoe predictions, raffles, stock numbers, and of course the newly added ACO channel. ACO means auto checkout. Thanks to which I was able to pick up 2 of the Supreme mini basketball hoops. A big shout out to Lewis, the main man in Singapore, and our newest botter, Re-Up23. You both hooked me up. You guys are the best in the business, no questions asked.
I have several questions.
And if you all want a chance at going after those really hard to grab items like the mini basketball hoop that sold out in about 50 seconds, you guys should check them out as well. Link is in the description. It's free to get into, and worst case, you can just come in there and make fun of me all you want. It's real easy.
Really, that's funny, yeah.
And obviously, if you enjoy videos such as then you should go ahead and hit the bing and click subscribe.
What is wrong with you?
Alright, let's get into this drop. Alright, first up, I'll just talk about all 3 of these together. They're all at the bottom of the list. The North Face Leaf Collection. We have sweatpants, a short sleeve top, and a hooded sweatshirt. So the positive thing that I'll say about these are that I don't believe that I've ever seen a weed motif on anything from the North Face before.
In this respect I'm giving.
But that being said, I really don't like this pattern. It kind of feels like something you would have gotten at Hot Topic or whatever, Zoomies, whatever places like that would have. All in all, I think these would make okay personals, but at the end of the day, this is an extremely busy print, and if your name ain't Smoke Dog, smoking since you was 2, you probably are gonna pass on this. Next up, we have this ear flap beanie. Is it just me, or does it kind of look like one of those old-timey football helmets? I don't think the colors are that bad. I just think the ear flap thing is kind of weird for me. I'm not really feeling it. I'm gonna move along. Next up, we have this Polar Tech Sheeran reversible cap. I have a Polar Tech reversible cap from a previous release. It is literally the worst hat that I've ever gotten from Supreme. Stay the fuck away from these. You do not want to get involved with this. Just move along. They don't fit on your head at all. It's just a stupid hat. Just keep going. Next up, we have the North Face Suede Mountain Pants. Honestly, I love these pants. I mean, I would buy them in a heartbeat. However, estimated prices have these at about $700 right now, so that ain't happening, bro. $700 North Face pants. You're supposed to climb mountains in them. They're mountain pants. Those blue pants look amazing, but for $700, they can just eat a dick.
Stuffing.
Oh, yum.
Next up, we have the North Face 600 Downfill Parka. Well, if you didn't like $700 mountain pants, then you're surely not gonna like $1,100 parkas. These parkas are extremely nice, but that price point is just out of bounds. I don't want to look at it anymore. Next up, we have the Velvet Paisley Boonie. I think this is a pretty interesting little item. These are about $10 more than what a normal boonie costs from Supreme, but they are velvet, and they are Paisley. I don't know why, but for some reason these give me some good Christmas vibes. I think these would be a great little Christmas boonie to run around in.
Man, shut the fuck up.
I feel like there's a chance that these might sell out. I think both colorways actually look pretty good. I assume black is usually the best way to go. I don't think you should just pick this up by itself, but if you are buying something and if it does get you into that free shipping range, why the hell not? Next up, we have this tartan flannel hooded shirt. This might be the best resell item of the week. $148 price point is really nice. We've seen this item running around on celebrities already, and these type of pieces usually do well anyways. I think bigger sizes, XL, XXL, definitely in that red colorway, but all colorways are good. Sales of these things will easily hit 200, possibly in the 250s over time. I would expect this item to sell out pretty fast. This is probably the item that bots are going to be focused on most this week. So if you want one, ACO channel, might be a good item to try with it. Next up, we have the Polartec Sheeran Reversible Pullover. This one isn't too bad either, a $198 price point. I'd like it to be a little bit lower, but under 200 isn't bad for a decent Supreme jacket. And I do like the reversed side a little bit better than the normal side. It has like a little box logo on it.
Far out.
I would say if you wanted to gamble on this one, black is probably your best bet. XL, XXL. You should probably be able to profit a little bit on it, but in all honesty, I don't know if these will do that much better than the tartan flannel, and that's like $50 cheaper. So for reselling, I'd still be focused on the tartan before this, but this one could be a good hold over time. Next up, we have the North Face Supreme Duffel Keychain, the only suede North Face item this poor broke bastard can afford.
Yo! Hold up! Time out!
I'm gonna try to get that blue one. I know every single one of you little bastards out there said the same thing just now. Drops has these listed at $38, which is still a pretty damn expensive keychain. For some reason, I thought they'd be more like $58. They're basically little suede backpacks. I just thought they'd be more. I don't know if there's going to be any resale in these, but I expect them to go pretty quickly. There's a potential you can make like 20 bucks on these, maybe, but I would be focusing on these as a personal or maybe a gift for somebody. Next up, we have this North Face suede shoulder bag. I think it's a great shoulder bag. However, it's like $158 or something. That's the estimated price on it. I don't see these selling out immediately unless there's just absolutely zero stock. If it's a $158 price point, though, it kind of feels like it's just a little too much to go after for reselling. They'll probably make nice personals, but I feel like there's better bags to go after at the end of the day.
This sort of thing ain't my bag, baby.
Next up, we have this velvet Paisley camp cap. I think this is a pretty decent item to focus on as well, especially if you need some free shipping. I feel like both of these could do all right. Again, they have this Christmas vibe to me, so the red and the black work all right. Generally, the black camp caps do better than other ones, but being that there's only two colorways and the velvet, the red could do better than the black here.
Which one? Which one?
I think that there will be demand for these, if not now, eventually in the future for sure. At the end of the day, it's a nice hat. If it sells out, good for you, but either way, it'll make a nice hold over time. Next up, the classic logo chunky ribbed beanie. These are just gonna look a little different from your normal beanie. This particular beanie should fit a little more like a hand-knit beanie than your normal Supreme or New Era beanies. They obviously don't make this style of beanie all the time, so if it's a style you like, buy it. If not, it's just a beanie.
We'll make that whore my wife.
Next up, we have the North Face suede gloves. I actually think these are really nice gloves, and I kind of think all three colorways look great in the gloves. For me, the black pair is the one to go after. I do think at a $158 or whatever price point, super risky, but I think that these are going to make really nice personals. For reselling, probably a little risky. Usually I think the larger sizing glove does better if they do resell at all. It's a really tough retail to get over though, so I don't know if I really would recommend it.
I don't trust those fuckers.
Next up, I think this is my favorite jacket of the week. This Wildcat Sideline puffer. I just really like this particular graphic. I guess I like the white one the best, or the cream colorway, whatever it is. I think you really get that logo popping out on that one. I know a lot of you like the orange one. The black one's just a little too subtle for me. I don't see the image on it as much. He's saying the price point on these is somewhere around $250. That's still okay for a puffer. I don't really think that you'll lose a ton of money on this, but I don't think that you're gonna make a ton of money on this unless you really want to hold it for a long time, like maybe next year or 2 years down the road. Super cool jacket. I definitely see there being resale potential there, but I don't know if it's enough to warrant sitting on the $250 for however long you have to.
I'm waiting, old man.
Next up, we have the Champions box logo new era fitted hat. This is a cool one for sure. Will make a cool personal, but do not buy these if you're wanting to resell. There's so many better things. One of my favorite pieces of the week, this applique cable knit sweater. Very similar to that Kirk Cobain sweater that I currently own. This makes the perfect Christmas sweater. Pull up in that pink sweater to Christmas dinner, and everybody in your family's gonna be jealous.
He's motherfucking peanut butter and jealous.
I think all the colorways in this item actually look good as well. The classic white is nice, the black is always nice, that pink is really slick, and the blue looks good too. I just don't think you can go wrong with these colorways. I do expect bigger sizes in this sweater to completely sell out though. I don't think that they'll make a ton of them, and I do expect the pink one to probably be the fastest one to go. I would probably be focusing on XXLs, XLs. That pink one probably will do the best, but all of them should do okay. I wish the price point was a little lower, but I feel like this is still a safer item to grab than, say, the Wildcat jacket. Again, it all depends on what size you get. Don't go for larges or mediums. Just go for XXLs, XLs if you're going for reselling. And if you're buying this for a personal, oh man, you're gonna love it.
I love that stuff.
Next up, we have the North Face Suede Small Base Camp Duffel Bag. Again, that blue colorway is so nice. The retail's $300 for a duffel bag. As soon as I saw the first images of this thing, I was like, well, it looks cool, but it's gonna cost a lot of money. I think these are awesome. They look super cool. If you want to spend the money on them for yourself to have them, do it. It's awesome. Cool bag. I just don't see a lot of flip potential. I don't want to tell anyone to buy a $300 duffel bag expecting to make money on it in the future, but I can't see these going that much higher than initial retail to warrant you putting $300 down to sit on it forever. It's just dumb. Super cool bag though, and I'm sure if you pick it up you're gonna like it, but yikes.
I can't afford you.
Next up, we have the 4D model human skull. Now 4D makes a base model product of this human skull, and that costs $29.99, so lucky for us, this thing is only gonna be $48. You can't get those gold teeth anywhere else but the Supreme model, and I think it's worth it. I'm definitely gonna try to pick one of these up at least. I expect you'll be able to buy multiple of these. There should be a fair amount of these available for you, but I do think it's gonna go out pretty quick. It's possible that these sell out just as fast as the mini hoops. I mean, a price point like that on an item that people want usually spells disaster for manual copying this thing. I'd be surprised if these go any higher than like 80 on the aftermarket. If they're super rare and they sell it really fast, there's potential it goes up to 100 or something, but that's still enough for resellers to be targeting something like this, so I do expect them to be hard to cop. So if you want it, you better try to get it right a damn way.
I'm gonna enjoy it.
And then finally, the number one item, this Suede Nup SE North Face jacket. It's nice. I mean, it's really damn nice. It costs $1,000 though, so I mean, it better be. That blue colorway looks so damn good to me, especially on this jacket. Like, this jacket is definitely the best piece of the collection. I was expecting these to be closer to $700 to be fair. Even with that price point, I was gonna be pissed about it. But at $1,000, I'm gonna be hard pressed to tell you to buy this to resell. It is one of the better North Face collections that we've seen from them. However, it's probably the most expensive one that we've seen from them as well. I want to apologize to all those broke-ass Timmies out there that have been saving all year for their North Face collaboration, because this collection is not for us. Alright guys, there you go, the week 15 drop list. Let me know in the comments down below what you're going after, if anything.
What do you little boys know about a little butt fun? Nothing.
Like I said, I'm going to try to grab one of those 3D skulls and maybe the Keychain duffel bag, and I'll have to decide on whether I want to go for the tartan or not. There are just so many tough decisions that I have to make.
There are dozens Dozens of us. Dozens!
Thank you guys for watching this video and fucking with me and getting me up to 2,600 subscribers. I appreciate you. And if for some reason this video didn't give you all the Fauntleroy that you need in your life today, well, you should check out these videos right here.
Percocet, yeah, Miley Percocet, big fine. Percocet, yeah, Miley Percocet, big fine.